So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm currently here at the Electric Vehicle Summit, currently at the booth of BAW. There are new models here not which are being previewed. So remember, I did my Pony S review. Link of that will be in the description down below. So this is the Bestune NPV, and as you can see from the looks alone, this is actually, gotta be honest, one of the best looking MPVs out there. Yes, it's not the regular sized MPV that looks like a crossover, but this one is a full electric MPV. These are running on 17-inch wheels. In overseas markets, these are actually taxi vehicles. So as well, pairing this BAW Bestune. Sorry if I keep tongue twister because there's no music going on the background so far. This is my only chance. So surprisingly for this Bestune, I have to do it twice like a BMW. So pairing this Bestune MPV is a 55 kilowatt hour battery that produces 120 kilowatts. I don't know what that is in horsepower, but this has 260 Newton meters of torque. Pretty good, I have to say. So the top speed of this too is 160 kilometers per hour, which is actually pretty high. And the range of this is 415 kilometers. So a lot more than I expected, even though this is just a small car. So here at the side of the Bestune MPV, so there are two charging points, two on either side. So one is the slow charger and one is the fast charger. So charging times for this Bestune MPV, so it's the usual 8 hours on the slow charger, but for the fast one, it will take around 55 minutes for 0 to 80%, which is good. And surprisingly for this Bestune MPV, so I was expecting manual opening for the side doors, but this is pretty epic, I gotta say. So since we're here already, so the seats here are actually surprising, are all leather, but a little bit OC to be honest, because the left side of the seat's only orange, and that's why you get a central armrest here with two cup holders, and then you have a 3-kilogram hook over here, and then you can actually move this seat forwards and backwards just like that. And then here in the middle, you have two air conditioning vents along two with a lone 12-volt socket. You only have one map pocket only here on the driver's seat itself. So here now at the rear of the Bestune MPV, I gotta say it's yet again one of the most unique looking MPVs in our market. So this part's all gloss black and not much going on here since yet again this is an electric vehicle. So one nitpick only, just being honest, there's no electronic tailgate for this, but then again it's pretty light. So the total space here is actually pretty decent too at 311 liters, and you only have one halogen light on the left side, and underneath there's no spare tire whatsoever. I cannot find anything, not even here underneath. So yeah, that's about it with the exterior of this Bestune MPV. Let's check out with the interior before it gets louder here. So this is the interior of the Bestune MPV. As well, being a Chinese vehicle, I was expecting the door tabs not to be good, but for this one, that actually sounds pretty decent for what this is. So in the door card, yeah, they have a lot of plastic, but it's still nice. You have an orange padding over here and for your elbows too. So here overall in the interior actually looks pretty good. I actually see this a little bit more premium than usual because yet again, as I said, this is used as an MPV taxi in other markets or even an airport taxi. So here on the left side of the dashboard, you have numerous buttons. So weirdly, there's no center stack here in the middle. That's why all of your auto hold, electronic stability control, a parking brake, and hilariously there's a USB port here too, all on the left side. But here in the middle, since no center stack, so below here in the air conditioning vents, you have one USB port, a 12-volt socket, and a space for your phone. There's no wireless charging pad for this Bestune MPV. Okay, this is a bit weird. Let's go above. So above here, you have your climate control buttons and knobs, and then you have your swivel wheel gear right here, and then here in your infotainment system. Sadly, there's no Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but the stuff looks pretty decent, so I'll demo the reverse camera later on. So you have your driving modes here too, seat ventilation, so that's pretty good already. That's already a good start for this Bestune MPV. So here too in the middle, you have your digital instrument cluster, so pretty easy to read even though there's a lot of numbers here. It doesn't look so cluttered here. So here in the steering wheel, actually looks sportier than usual. It's a flat bottom too. Nice to the touch too with the steering wheel, even though the leather's on the more of the durable side of things. So you have your cruise control functions on the left side and your phone connectivity and volume adjustments on the right side. And surprisingly too, in the dashboard, yes, it's plastic. It does look really nice. No, it's like a brushed white mesh thing here on the dashboard. This strap that stretches all the way to the right side of the passenger. Yet again, a lot of cubby spaces here and there. No glove box though, sadly. And then big highlight for me with this Bestune MPV are the seats over here. A little bit OC again, that the driver's only orange, not compared to the passenger side. So below here, since there's no center stock, there's still a lot of stuff. So you have a cubby space, then open this up, you have 2 cup holders. And another weird thing, the passenger's seat doesn't get an armrest, but the driver gets. So a little bit OC again with this Bestune MPV. So yeah, I already showed you to the rear seats. The space, I mean, it's exactly the same throughout. Even though this is a sleek looking design for an MPV, yeah, there's still a lot of headroom. And as well here, visibility out front. The A-pillar is really small, and actually the front windscreen is really big, and you can see excellent throughout. And as well, I just saw one detail now, you have carbon fiber-ish side mirrors. So yeah, that's about it here with this Bestune MPV. Let's go for a test drive. Finally driving the BAW Bestune MPV, well, E05. So this is actually one of the lower variants. And yeah, there's driving modes over here, but I wasn't expecting sport mode. Well, it says here Eco, Eco Plus, and then off. So let's just try off for a moment, and then actually off the line and just going out of the car park. This is actually pretty peppy. So remember, this has 260 Newton meters on the top. So okay, let's try it now. Okay, the performance is pretty decent, and as well, I did not find any brake regeneration at all for this Bestune. So at least the pedal is one constant feeling, along to with the pedal placement. I mean, it's pretty good, and the brakes, I'll be honest, is a little bit stiffer than usual. However, actually it still gets the job done. The braking power of this is pretty strong, so at least it's a bit refreshing for me driving an electric MPV. So I already did an electric pickup truck, SUVs, crossovers. Now another tick off the box, an MPV. So I always wanted to drive one of these. So remember my crazy story, actually, if you haven't seen my Instagram, I just put in the link. I actually, when I had the lend out of the W5, I actually saw one of these at a gas station. So shout out to all these people yet again who were driving this vehicle. And actually driving this is pretty easy. I mean, it's pretty light. And then let's just try Eco Plus. Ah, okay, so Eco and Eco Plus, there's the region braking already activated. So demo purposes only. They're not on the brake. It's actually, this feels like level 3 if it's an Eco Plus, but let's turn it off. Actually, I just prefer doing the brakes myself. And then overtaking, actually this is going to be pretty easy. So again, this is around 260 Newton meters of torque. So actually it's more or less speaking in front, there's an MG4 electric hatchback just right in front of me. So as well, the dimension of this, actually this is longer than an MG4, but actually it feels pretty much more or less, the driving dynamics feels exactly the same, but it's no means bad. It's actually pretty good. And here overtaking, okay, somewhat okay, and I would say it's pretty peppy since this is not an SUV. Then, wow, of course, like with every other electric car, you have instant torque on the top. That's what I like about this, with electric vehicles in general. So yeah, this Bestune is actually pretty good for what this is. So yeah, one nitpick only, gotta be honest only, this is not a 7-seater. However though, I mean, you got the space for the second row. It's actually pretty spacious. And here, Eco Plus. Wow. Okay, this is one of the few electric cars I know that will not skid its tires. I mean, that's alright, but it still gives you a violent reaction. I mean, when you floor it, I mean, my head goes all the way back to the headrest. And yeah, here, auto hold, and then they just suddenly floor it. Okay, that's pretty smooth, and comparing only with some of the in vehicles in general. And of course, being an MPV in general, body lean not so much. Actually drives more like what sedan or hatchback. Actually this handles pretty good, even though this is a very light steering. And then body lean not so much. And as well, what I really like with this Bestune MPV is the ride. I mean, it's actually one of the more comfortable electric cars I've driven, not to my surprise though. And then here, over rough pavement, oh my, yeah, there's tire noise, but it soaks up the bumps pretty good. So the cost of all of this, I'll just correct myself on screen because I don't know the exact price. This costs 1.7 million pesos. Okay, this is actually pretty good. So there are more and more electric cars coming in our market, and they're actually pretty great value already. So as this is one of them, I gotta say. And as well, being the first electric MPV I've driven, yeah, this is such a steal. So one more time. Wow, alright. So that concludes my review of this Bestune MPV. So I'd like to thank everyone here at the EV Summit and to BAW Philippines. They just previewed all the vehicles for now. There's no official launch yet, but stay tuned for that. And as well to you are sir? Charles and Aldo for assisting me here in this test drive. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more electric car reviews coming right up. Bye bye.